Had to hurry up and turn that off. Child, I was listening to Tony. Child, second album, Secrets. What's your favorite random? What's your favorite song from that album? Ooh, child, I go back and forth. It's so good, right? Top three favorite songs from Tony Braxton's Secrets album. Let me give y'all mines. How Could an Angel Break My Heart? Let It Flow. And God. Probably Why Should I Care? It's between Why Should I Care and hold on. Random. I know y'all, I know, but y'all know I'm random. Excuse me. Um Yep. How Could an Angel Break My Heart? Why Should I Care? And Let It Flow. Also, I love I Don't Want To. Anyway, so sing another love song, baby. Kyle, I've been on the phone with Verizon, child. That's a whole nother issue. We ain't even gonna get onto that, child. TLC is also playing in my head. What about your friends, child? Ooh. If y'all want to know the tea, hit me up on one of my social media sites. Instagram at It's King's World. Facebook Chase King. Hit the messenger up. Say, sus, what's going on? What's the tea? Why you was on the phone with Verizon? Let me continue with this darn review. Okay, so make sure you guys watch my review that's coming on either later on tonight or tomorrow of this new episode. This is for the past episode, even though this will be uploaded on Sunday when the Real Housewives of Atlanta actually comes on, the new episode. So, yeah. So, anyway, the girls are still in South Carolina. They about to go back from the beach. By this time, Marlo and Kenya had made up, child. Portia was just like, look who done alienated everybody, made everybody feel like crap, and now she got a new friend with Miss Hampton. To be honest, I don't think that Marlo cares that if Kenya don't like her or not. I think that Marlo, first of all, she's just grand and extra, and she's upset about the fact that Kenya put her in the worst room. And which for me, I feel like I'm just a bathroom person. As long as I got my own bathroom, then I'm cool, Miss Peaches. I don't really care where I sleep that much, because it's not like we're going to be on vacation forever, and I can catch up on my sleep, my good sleep in my own bed. But, as long as I got my own bathroom, then I'm cool. As long as I can go in there and drop loads when I need to, and not have to wait in line, then I'm fine. I'm cool, Miss Peaches, But anyway, that's just me. So, Marlo, she's really affected by Kenya not liking her, apparently. So, Marlo's just doing what she got to do for the show, just like Kenya does what she has to do to stay on the show, which is why she starts the most mess. So, like I said, they walked out hand in hand. Portia was already irritated by Kenya alleging that her and Tanya allegedly slept with Bo Lo. They was, talking, having a conversation. Portia was annoyed immediately. LaToya forever, not forever on the show. She kept talking, running her mouth. Her and Drew kind of got into it. She said something, and Drew was just like, well, why is you always worried about me, fan? Like, you're such a fan and all that. And LaToya was like, I'm your one and only fan. I like to scream. I don't know why the seating was LaToya and Drew right beside each other. I know Drew is just waiting. I think that LaToya say one more wrong thing out her mouth. Drew just gonna swipe her, swiping no swiping. Drew just gonna swipe her, swiping no swiping. I think Drew just gonna knock that lady braids out. I definitely feel that within Drew. So let's see. LaToya was also playing devil's advocate. One minute she was on Kenya's side, the next minute she wasn't. As quick as she was defending Kenya and asking people who all slept in Portia's room and what happened with Bolo and all that kind of stuff, then she switched it up and was just like, well, Kenya, why were you asking questions? Kenya, why were you doing this? Kenya, why were you doing that? And Kenya was just like, because I want to, because I did, and it's done. By that time, Portia had got up and left. But before Portia got up and left, Tanya revealed that she actually did sleep in Portia's room. And Kenya said that it was happening in that in between room where nobody was. So, Tanya pretty much just told on herself in that moment. This entire time, they asking Candy what she think about everything. What was Candy's thoughts on stuff? Now, mind you, Candy had nothing to say. Candy's name is Bennett, and she was simply not in it. Okay. So this whole time we was over there, Candy, she didn't know what was going on. What happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. Blah 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 blah. Remember, I said that. So then, we have Portia. She walked up the steps. Everybody was pretty much over it. Tanya, she was super offended by this, and I don't know why. Because I personally believe, just my opinion, I don't know for sure. I believe that Tanya is in an open relationship. Open meaning he can cheat and she can't, or if she does cheat, it has to be with a woman. Y'all know these men, child. They invite other people into the bedroom, have a good old 3SOME, a good old number 3 SOME. That they have. I spell certain things out because YouTube copyright, coins and. Monetization, and they don't want you to say this, they don't want you to say that, they don't want you to say that, they don't want you to be black, they don't want you to be yourself, they don't want, y'all know what YouTube gives. Anyway, so good old number 3 SOME. Y'all know men be wanting that, and it's only okay if you bring another woman into the situation. She can never bring another man. If she wanted another man, that could never happen. It's just ego, and y'all fall for it every time. Why do I have to play like I'm into other women for you? And let's say that you weren't into other women, yet you have to sit there and play lesbo for your man because it's his birthday or it's Christmas. Or whatever it is, but you can't never bring another man. How is that fair? How are some of y'all cool with that? Child, you come home from a long day at work, Tiffany sitting there, out there on the couch. I'm like, hey, what's up, sis? I didn't know you was coming over. I was over last week. I thought we was cool. We bonded, what can you really say? You done pretty much seen her inside out. She done seen you inside out. Y'all family now. Can you get that mad? I guess you can, of course. But I don't know. It just takes a special kind of person to be okay with that. But yeah, there's definitely a double standard. It's messed up that in a relationship, I'm saying a straight relationship, that whenever it's a 3 SOME involved, it's always another woman. It's never another man, usually. So I don't know. Anyway, I went off on a tangent. What was I talking about? So yeah, Tanya, I don't think Tanya's with her dude. I think that she puts on this image. This is one reason I feel like Tanya don't want to be on the show. Is because we're going to dive into her relationship, and she don't want that, and he don't want that. You've been with this man for 10 years and still no ring? Like, what are y'all doing? Not saying marriage is for everybody, but was it ever brought up at some point? I think probably after year 3, you pretty much know if you want to marry this person or not. What y'all got going on? Or, hey, baby, Tanya's the freak. Maybe, undercover. Who knows? Who knows? You really don't know people like you think you do, child. That's a whole nother story, too. Like I said, hit my inbox for that good old tea that's going on with me personally. Ooh, that was a rhyme. Hit my inbox with that good old tea that's going on with me personally. Oh, because it's I don't know. So let's see what's going on. I love me some him. So the ladies arrived back at home. Cynthia had this cute little, was it a dress, a house robe, a skirt? I don't know, but it was cute. And she's sitting there talking to Mike. And then Cynthia decides to tell Mike what happened on the trip with the stripper. Why? I just don't get that. Why? I mean, I would definitely tell my partner, what happened and everything, but I just don't feel the need for all the details and for what? Whatever. So she decided to go back and tell and told everything. And Mike, he handled it great. He got up and, was dancing on Cynthia and acting silly and stuff. And it was funny and it was cute. I guess he wasn't mad, but I'm sure he was, me and Ego Child. Like we just discussed about the whole three, whatever. So, even though men have bachelorette parties and even sleep with the girls half the time and then go right up there and marry who they were supposed to marry at the altar, like on Black Ink Crew, when old boy Don slept with this random stripper and then went on and married Sus the next day. So, I mean, it must be love. They say it's love. Y'all call it love. All right. So, we're going to move on. So, then we see Drew Sidora. Drew is over there telling Raph the tea, telling Raph what's going on with her, and she told all the details, spilled all the tea. Raph just sitting there looking, and I could tell that he was getting upset by it too. And I'm just like, you tell all your business to Raph. Maybe that's just to make Drew feel better. I don't know, but you tell all your business to Ralph, everything that went down on the trip, on the girls' trip, and all that kind of stuff. But what does Ralph tell you, Drew? This man was gone for 3 days. You kept calling him, sending him emails, sending a message through a pigeon, and he never responded back to none of them. But you gonna tell him all your business for what? Maybe so she can sit back and look like the good wife when she, God forbid they divorce or whatever. Then she'll have all the reason to do that because she told him the truth. I don't know. I'm just sitting back looking at that. I'm like, what does he tell you, dear? But I don't know. Maybe it's like I said, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not married. I'm not any of that. So is it me that's tripping? I don't know. But I mean, it just seemed like a lot of control to me. And then actually Drew went over to talk to Portia a little later on, and I guess Drew said she was going to the grocery store. He was calling, seeing where she was, and she was like, "Oh, I'm on my way back. I'm coming." And he kept pressuring her to come home, and she never said that she was at Portia's house. What's wrong with you going by Portia's house, Drew? I don't know. I don't like all that foolishness. I don't know. I mean, if you go tell the truth, tell all the truth. You told your man all about the stripper and everything that happened, lickety split, okay? And everything that was happening, and your legs up in the air and head down low and tail up in the air and all that kind of stuff. But you couldn't tell him that you was going over your sister's house, Portia's house, your homegirl house. You couldn't tell him that? Odd. Very odd to me. Speaking of spilling tea, Candy, when they was over there in the at the beach house and stuff, Candy, like I said, her name Bennett, she wasn't in it. She said what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. But as soon as she got back to Atlanta, she spilled all the tea to Don Juan real quick, didn't she? Y'all saw her. I was like, Lord, Candy, a big head tail. Don Juan, let me tell you about this. I don't really want to tell you, but let me go ahead and tell you. And Don Juan just couldn't wait to spill the tea that was making jokes about Portia and all that kind of stuff. And she just sitting there giggling. Candy, you messy. You a mess. And you always have, man. You just do it in a sneaky kind of way, a strategic kind of way. Speaking of strategic, Kenya has been feeling shade from Portia because of how non-empathetic Portia was to her situation as to why she brought the baby and her being a single mother and raised in Brooklyn by herself and all the other kind of stuff. So she was waiting. Kenya's the kind of person that when she feels shade from you or when you've done something to her, she won't get you back in that moment. She'll sit back and figure out a better way to get you back, which is exactly what she did. And that's when she got Portia back with the whole, saying that she and Tanya messed around with Bolo. And so, I mean, yeah, Portia says that Kenya can no longer affect her and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's good. And in the sense that, honestly, once you learn a person, once you've been through hell and back with a person, and once you realize who they are, they can no longer affect you. But Portia, you seem like you'd be upset, child. You got up and walked away, child. I mean, what is the big deal if you did do it? Is it because of his line of work? Is it because you look dirty or something, sleeping with a stripper or something? Like, is it because you secretly want to get back with Dennis? Is you and Dennis secretly still together, but you don't want to tell nobody because you don't want people to judge you? I mean, what it is, it is a stigma, for sure. It's a stereotype that men can go out and sleep with whatever. It won't be called a HO, but women will. That is definitely a thing. But I call it being grown. Aren't you single, Portia? And Tanya, aren't you single? But, you ain't going to say that you're single. I never had a problem. Even if Portia did give a Bolo some of the peach juice, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't. Y'all got a problem with it? I mean, sure. I don't know. But, I mean, your business is your business. You ain't got to tell people the tea, but I would have shut that Kenya down. But whatever. Let's see. But, poor Kenya. Kenya is always getting her karma, isn't she? Her karma is definitely that Mark. Child, Kenya gonna meet up with her lawyer. Child. Kenya say, I just don't know what's going on with Mark. I'm trying to file for full custody and stuff for Brooklyn because he ain't. Our relationship is pretty much up in arms. And he also said let the courts decide on the arrangement with Brooklyn, child. But in the meantime, Mark is sending. Speaking of Tony, Mark is sending Kenya Tony Braxton songs and Jodeci and Drew Hill and a few songs from Escape as well. I need some understanding. How about that? So he's sending mixed messages to Kenya Moore, and she don't really know what to do. She's still in the back of her mind, still wants to be with Markeisha, and I don't know why. Poor thing. All that beauty, all that talent, all that knowledge, and all of what she's accomplished, she still just really want love. I guess that's what we all want. I want love too, y'all. But conditions as well. I don't know. What do I know? So anyway, she's talking about that, and then he was just like, "But that's interesting." The lawyer, because he was like, because he sent papers over, child. He asking for alimony. He want Kenya to pay him. I like to scream. I said, "Ooh, child, Kenya, you might have met your match, sis." I do feel bad for you, Kenya, but I also understand why people wouldn't feel bad for you, sis. I mean, come on. Really petty, really awful. And this man claimed that he got all the money and stuff in the world, but you trying to take Kenya's money? Y'all weren't even married long. I guess they're still technically married, but I mean, y'all weren't even together long. I just don't know. A part of me do feel like this was a good old arrangement. I think that he thought that he was going to get something out of being with Kenya, and he ended up not getting it, so he mad. Kenya promised him this and that, and he mad. He ain't getting it, and now he want to try to take her money. Because maybe she promised him money to begin with. I don't know. What y'all think about everything? Let me look at my notes. Hope y'all doing okay. I am here. And I'm blessed to be here. That's all I can say. Yeah. Amen. Oh, I try not to let things stress me out, but sometimes it just takes me, child. It's just folks. I think that's it, y'all. I think that's all I want to talk about. Yeah. It's just sad that he wants Kenya's money, but he don't even care about having his daughter or spending time with his daughter. And he's never even spent time alone with his daughter. Like, never took her off for a weekend and all this stuff, according to Kenya. And that's awful. Now, where did you find this clown at? My God. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Iskeensworld on Instagram and Twitter. At Iskeensworld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys stay updated on my videos. I'm probably going to be sending a series of videos. So, y'all just enjoy, child. I'm working hard and trying to stay positive and doing my thing and trying to completely grow as a person. It's a lot of things that I should have done, but I kind of put on the back burner. And so now I'm kind of like paying the price for it by putting trust into certain people who ultimately was not good for me from the beginning. So, like I said, if y'all want to know the tea, hit me up. But I'm not gonna say the tea on this video. But yeah, these videos. But stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later.